Happy New Year, everyone. It's Amanda here with your Teen RuneScope Plug Teen Preview. I'm doing things a little differently this year. Your Teen RuneScope, covering the whole year, is available over on Vimeo channel. You'll find the link below. It's 2 readings covering first 6 months of the year and the second 6 months of the year. Those are, they take a lot of time, effort, and energy. It's 2 readings per sign. So those will be available over on Vimeo from now on. Again, just follow the link below. Your Teen Career and Finance RuneScope is also available over there if you want to take a look at specifically money and career and job and studies and all of that stuff. So lots of cool information over there. Be sure to check it out if you haven't already. But for this reading, yes, I will be using in conjunction with our runes for the Medieval Scapini deck by Luigi Scapini. One of my favorite decks, as you've noticed if you watch videos. But also then we are going to pull 1 card from the Viking Oracle. We're going to pull 1 rune. These are rune cards. This is the deck I use in private sessions. We're going to get 1 rune to get an idea of what the year holds for each sign, and then we will be pulling 1 Major Arcana tarot card from the classic Rider-Waite deck by Pamela Coleman Smith and Arthur Edward Waite. So, instead of spiritual guidance, we're just going to do it all right here on YouTube, and then you can go over on Vimeo and check out the yearly stuff. But just want to take a moment, as I always do at the start of every new year, to thank those of you who have been following me, who have whether recently or from the beginning. I am in the middle of my 5th year here on YouTube, so I really, really appreciate all the likes, the shares, the subscribes, the comments, and all the people who book readings with me, particularly regular clients out there. You know who you are. Thank you so much for choosing me to read for you, whether you're choosing me here on YouTube or to book a private session with me. I totally appreciate it, and want to thank you, as I do every year, just sending out holiday and New Year's blessings. So thanks so much. If you are new here, welcome. Please do click the subscribe button so that you can get notified whenever I upload new content. And without further ado, let's jump in and see what 19 holds. Hey there, Cancer. Let's jump in and get your runes cast. February 18. What's going on for Cancer? February 18. Cancers. 18 for Cancer. Hope that was it, but then I kind of slipped down fingers. Go again. Cancer. February 18. Which runes want to talk to Cancer? February 18, there it is. As always, Cancer, keep in mind these are general readings, so some of these messages will be for other Cancers who are watching. You can always check out the video for your rising sign as well to get additional messages, information, or clarity. But the only way I can connect with just your energy is in a private session. I will have 1-hour New Year's sessions available through February 28th. It's 2 full readings. Similar to the Teen RuneScope over on Vimeo. So, but it's all about you and not for every Cancer. So, drop me a line. The 30-minute session is also always available. All details are below. But in general, what are you Cancers up to? Inquiry. Your challenge or focus. So we have the 5 of Wands in reverse. Your challenge is to avoid a petty squabble, or to avoid engaging in some sort of argument or conflict. And it does seem with the 5 of Wands, it's not as serious as like the 5 of Swords. So it's just petty bickering or whatever, but it is coming up as your challenge. So I don't know, if somebody just say the wrong thing to you, Cancer, and you got to bite your tongue. But it seems like a lot of luck will be available to you if you do. So, I mean, this is somebody who could, I don't know, maybe it's a boss or somebody at work that it's like, oh man, I really want to say this, but I can't because I need a paycheck, or I don't want to get fired, or I don't want to get in trouble or written up or whatever. It could be really difficult to hold back. But Thor's rune is here saying that, if you can meet this challenge and not kind of give in to your baser instincts, you will benefit from this in some way. So So yeah, this could be at work. It could be in a personal relationship. It could be a family situation. Like you really, really want to tell off your mother-in-law or your sister or your mate or like, because they just say absolutely the wrong thing at the wrong time. This could also be, I'm seeing like online posts. So for some of you, this could be like online, like, you just really, but this is saying like, not engaging would be best, but it is coming up as your challenge. So that tells me this is going to be a big temptation for you. It's going to be very tempting for you to jump in to the fray, as it were, and say your piece. Perhaps in anger, this is the wands can sometimes mean anger, passionate energy welling up based on what someone has said. So not a huge deal. I mean, if you think about month to month, I mean, at least someone says something every month that kind of gets under our skin at some point. But so yeah, don't give in to the baser instincts here, Cancer. And if you can hold your tongue, hold back, all will go well with you. You won't endanger anything, or you won't, because it seems like if you do engage, I mean, even if this is not somebody who kind of is your boss or somebody who holds like power over you in some way or sway over you in some way, it's just going to be a bunch of drama you don't need or don't have time for. So, and some of you, maybe this is leftover energy from the holidays. Maybe something happened over the holidays, or some family members got into an argument or a debate or something, and this is like carryover energy, and maybe it's still going on in text or online later. And this is just, and you probably do have an opinion. We all have opinions about things. Like, you do have maybe a strong, passionate opinion, but it does seem like you would be wasting your time. Like whoever you would be kind of directing this at is not going to hear you anyway. In the present energy, we do have the Three of Wands in reverse. So the present energy, for some of you, this will be whenever you're watching this video. For others of you, this is going to be into early-ish. Three of Wands is talking about something's not quite ready to launch or to release or get off the ground, or you're not quite ready to make a shift or change. You need to go back to the drawing board with something, or you need to kind of put the finishing touches on something before releasing it. Or it's not quite time to do something. It's not quite time to make a shift or change. Some of you have encountered, because in this present energy, this would be around the holiday season, you may have encountered a lot of delays in travel. Maybe there were weather problems or car problems or plane delays, flight delays. Rido is indicating that, it may have been very frustrating to get somewhere to travel. And you have had to kind of wait and go a day later, or, that may be happening if you have an upcoming trip here in early. Also be the case if you're coming back from the holidays, waiting to travel back, there may be delays and things like that. But I feel like for whatever reason, some of you, if this is happening to you, it's happening for a very important reason. Either you're going to bond or meet someone. If you're a single Cancer at the airport waiting to fly back for the holidays and there's a delay, grab a table at the restaurant, grab a table at the bar, grab a seat. You could meet a fellow traveler, and it could either be like a really cool new friend or, maybe a job prospect. I mean, you never know who you're going to run into at the airport, or a celebrity. I feel like somebody's like running into a celebrity that they really admire. So, but yeah, there's a new influence coming in. But it starts kind of maybe with a bit of a frustrating delay or not being able to. And if this is just like you can't leave and go home after the holidays because of the weather or because of flight delays and things like that, you're going to get a chance to maybe spend some one-on-one time with someone, or, maybe everybody else did leave and you're really going to be able to maybe have some bonding time with a family member, especially a female family member, maybe your mom or your sister, or, and it will actually be quite joyous. You may decide to do something together instead of just kind of sit around the house waiting. You may decide to go do something together. So yeah, any trips that are postponed in the present, it's there's a reason. It's a spiritual reason. It's actually being maneuvered that way because you're either supposed to meet someone or you're going to be enjoying yourself with people you already know, getting a chance to maybe reconnect or spend some really cool, just have a cool time with somebody, spend some one-on-one time with someone. Others of you, this is just saying that, maybe there is something wrong with this plane or whatever. This is a protection. So yeah, if this is like the flight's being delayed or whatever, it's a good thing. I mean, this is absolutely going to save perhaps your life. This is absolutely a protection and a necessary thing that has to be done. Others of you, this could be at work. There could be just a delay on a project getting started, a delay on maybe some new plans you were wanting to start kind of right out of the gate at the beginning of February. It may be a little bit slow going just because, a lot of people are out of the office. You decide, like if you were going back on January 2nd or something, to just take the rest of the week off, because I think a lot of people are going to be doing that. So you'd be like, what's the point in coming in here and sitting in the empty office? No one's here. I can't get anything done. There's nobody to, I can't get anything from anybody. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a slow start, but actually you enjoy that, or it may give you the opportunity to kind of relax a little bit, take a few extra days off here at the start of February, Cancer. The help that's going to be available to you in February, we've got the Two of Coins in reverse. So you're going to be dropping something. Maybe for some of you, maybe this Three of Wands in reverse is talking about the same thing, dropping a project. A project maybe you were really not looking forward to, or even a work trip. If you were going to have to travel for work right here at the start of 19, that get canceled or delayed because the project is being dropped. But yeah, what they're saying is it's going to help you to kind of put something down, drop something that is not quite ready. Again, that needs to be tweaked, or it's unexpected though. I feel like maybe you are going back to the office or going into with big plans, with something that you're absolutely wanting to launch or get started on or even finish up, but it'd be dropped and you're kind of glad because it was going to be too much anyway. It was going to be quite a juggling act to kind of keep everything together here. This could also be like a partnership, a job that is taken off the table, but it's coming up as a help to you. So it's either something that you weren't looking real forward to anyway. It's not really something that you wanted to do. Maybe it was a long commute and you're kind of glad when they say, we've decided not to create this position, or we've hired someone else, or, what have you. I just feel like maybe even if you are looking for work and wanting a job, there's one that maybe you accepted it before the holidays and when you were going to start in January, but now maybe you're reconsidering. And so you may decide, I'm going to call them and I think the reason though, if you're turning it down, Cancer, is because you have another offer. I think you've just had some time to think about it, or you will think about it. And it does seem that you have two offers on the table. And there's just one that you're not so thrilled with. I don't think the job is all it's cracked up to be here. Or maybe you would have to relocate for this job as well. You've got two moving rooms and they're in reverse, meaning it's going to be quite a hassle to move, maybe because of the time of year it is. I mean, it's cold season here in the Northern Hemisphere, so not the ideal time to move, but there's either a delay on something and you're kind of glad about it, it's a help to you, Cancer, or you are, able to kind of drop an offer or say no to an offer that you weren't that thrilled about because it was going to be too far to drive, too long of a commute, or you would have to move, or maybe there was too much traveling. It could also be that there's just a work trip that gets delayed or canceled and you're glad about it because you really weren't looking forward to it. And now you'll have more time to spend with people you want to spend time with and or doing things you want to do or that you enjoy. Even have a few extra days off. What must be accepted about February? We've got the Six of Coins. So this is an excellent card for, you got the Rune of Money too. So there is an offer coming in. I do feel like you'd be negotiating a salary. Those of you that are looking for new work, you do seem to be negotiating a raise, negotiating a new deal. But yeah, it takes some time to get it right. Six of Coins is all about generosity though. And Fehu is too. It's saying you're going to be given a generous offer. But there is something about it that is a little bit like you're going to have to go somewhere you don't maybe really don't want to go. Again, though, it seems like you can delay this. Like maybe you're going to be working from home, but they want you to come in for the interview, so you got to come into the headquarters or come into the main office, or there's something that, you have to go somewhere you don't really want to go, or you have to kind of work it into the schedule in order to maybe do this final interview. But yeah, the Six of Coins is saying there's room for negotiation here. You can negotiate a sweet salary. If you are looking to get a loan, to get a mortgage, any sort of like credit approval or money from somewhere else, a consolidation loan perhaps, this is well starred for you in February. You could really get quite a generous amount especially if you need to pay off a car or you need to buy a car. Maybe you'd be looking to buy a car because yours went kaput. Maybe that's what this is for some of you. You finally got to let it go because it's going to be too much to fix, and now you're negotiating terms for a new vehicle. The outcome of February, we do have the Four of Cups. So this is again talking about an offer that you're not that thrilled about. There is an offer coming in, but I do think you have two, though, of you. And you maybe took this one initially because you felt like you had to. There was nothing else on the table. But it does seem like in February, if that was the case, if you already kind of either accepted an offer or had a start date, and that was all kind of wrapped up in her, and you were going to start in February, I do feel like there's going to be a reconsider or a redo because there's a better offer coming in, Cancer, a more generous offer. And you're going to put the kibosh on this other one. You can go back and be like, it just kind of depends on, I kind of feel you're not that enthusiastic about either the job that you would be doing or the company anyway, this other one. Again, you just kind of took it because it was offered, but you weren't really excited about it. It seems like this other one is more along the lines of what you want. So I do see you kind of delay things a little bit. Some of you want to go back and be like, okay, well, this other place is offering me this much. If you can go can you go higher? If you can go higher, maybe I'll take this job. But so yeah, you've got a choice to make here, a decision to make of dropping one option in favor of another. And for many of you, it does seem to be work or job related. For some of you, maybe your challenge is, like you really don't want to do this job, but your challenge is maybe to not convey that or not slip up and say something in the interview that would lose you the opportunity, even though you're really not that thrilled about it. Maybe you're tempted to say, it's like, God, yeah, maybe they don't pay relocation expenses if this is like you would have to relocate for this and you really like are biting your tongue, not saying something about it. But that's what I see for February. Pretty cool. Some offers coming in. Let's take a look at what is going to be going on for you in the year of teen. We got one rune and one major arcana tarot card. Well, that's interesting. You got Judgment, which is all about making decisions, weighing the options. So in teen, there are, there'll be some things coming back from the past as well. Judgment is about resurrection. It has a strong theme of resurrection with it. So there could be people or situations coming back from the past. There could be work that you used to do coming back from the past. Karmic balance could be very much a year of karmic balance, which can be good and bad, right? Depending on what you've done in this life and past lives. But yeah, you could see, I feel like you'll be weighing options a lot, particularly with work, but also in relationships, contracts, agreements, decisions. There could be legal stuff going on for some of you, or bureaucracy. You could be dealing with the government in some way, getting approvals, getting green cards, getting legal advice, tax advice, any of that stuff falls under that. If you've had any problems with the law in the past, there could be something coming back from the past of what I want, like old parking tickets, anything like that. So make sure, you take care of those things. You don't skip any court dates, or make sure you take care of those things, or pay speeding tickets or all that, because it could come back to bite you in the rear. But you do have LWAs as well, or IWAs. which is all about protection. And you had it in your reading too, as a new influence, a new beginning. If you could be meeting someone new, a new influence coming into your life. This could be in a romantic sense, but it could also just be a new friend, a mentor. It could be somebody who is very spiritual, a spiritual leader. It could just be a new spiritual influence coming in. You could get interested in a spiritual discipline or a spiritual path that maybe you've never looked into before and really get quite taken with it. It resonate a lot with you. But yeah, this could be a spiritual teacher, a spiritual writer. You could be reading books by one particular author that really resonates with you. And you could be learning a lot about spirituality, your own spirituality, about your own intuition. Maybe you could be getting in touch with spirit guides, your own spirit guides, because this rune has a lot of association with our spirit guides, our angels, and how they protect us. So you could find a way to find out more information about your particular guides. You may have some interaction with spirit guides or loved ones who've crossed over. Don't freak out. But they are around and they will let us know. And, you could start like inviting that, wanting them to give you signs and signals and things like that. But I think they're going to be very much helping you make these decisions is what, for most of you, this is coming through as. You're going to have spiritual guidance, protection, helping you make decisions. And it may come in through a spiritual teacher here on this plane now, either through the books they've written or through classes or seminars they'll be giving, or maybe it's somebody who teaches a spiritual discipline in your local community and you start taking classes with them. A lot of different ways this could come in. Others of you, this is just saying there's a new person coming into your life that is going to be very beneficial to you, a very protective, wonderful influence on your life, a very positive person to allow to come into your life. So that's what I see here for Cancers. In Mary, thank you so much for stopping and beyond, since we had our little 19 preview. Thanks so much for stopping by, Cancer, and I do hope to see you next month for RuneScope.